Many thanks for staying with us here on Newsers. Now today we need to talk about something very important. Now it's been 10 years since the Disability Act was passed here in the country, but 10 years on and quite a number of structures in the country are still not user-friendly for the many who may be physically challenged in one way or the other. Today joining me in studio to dwell some more on this very issue are two members of the group. One is Charles Opong, who is the Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Blind Union. He's here with me in studio, as well as Alex Tete, Chairman of the Ghana Disability Forum. They have quite a number of issues with this. We'll be doing this in a brief while. Gentlemen, many thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
So let me start off with Mr. Tete. So how have you managed over the past 10 years, seeing that I'm sure when this law was passed, there was a lot of joy, a lot of optimism, but 10 years down the line, no such thing has happened, or even if it has, maybe not to the levels we expect it to be. How have you managed over the period?
Yeah, thank you very much. 10 years has been very challenging because a lot of things haven't been done. If you look at transport, our transport system is is seriously not friendly to persons with disability. If you sit in the wheelchair and want to join Trotro, it will be very difficult. You have to take a taxi. Here in a person with disability who don't have the funds to be able to charter a taxi to a place where he or she want to go. So those are the challenges that we face. Look at education. Educational infrastructure are woefully inaccessible, and persons with disability struggle to go to school. Those who don't have the courage are left behind. You understand? Sometimes you even go to school, you have the brains, but because of the stress and the pressure that you go through, you fail in your exams. And a lot more. Employment is an area that you can't even talk about. You struggle to go to school. At the end of the day, you don't get employment, and you become useless in society.
You will be delving some more into many of the issues you've raised, but I just want to take the thoughts of Charles Opong, because at the mention of employment, you giggled. I just want to know why. Is it that you've been in such a situation?
Because
you've lost a job because people think you're physically challenged?
No, because of the neglection, the stigma. Because people have been thinking, if someone is a disabled person, you cannot do anything. So for 10 years, we were thinking the advocacy can go down to the people so that the people may know that disability is not inability. But we try our best, but it proved no avail. Still, people are still looking down to our people.
So where is the problem? What's the root cause of this problem?
It is one, the government need to help us to let the people understand us. Because go to Legon, you go and meet person with disability, with the able people schooling. After schooling, the able people will get job, whereby the disabled people will be at the roadside begging.
So for instance, is it that you're calling for a policy that will, for instance, give a quota to persons with disability, particularly at
it is there, but they are not. It is in the act, but still it is not working. You were with me here last year when we have graduate unemployed blind graduates, unemployed blind graduates. They were there. They went to the Flagstaff house begging for job. But at first, when we were in school at a Cropon, after if someone want to be a craft instructor or craft weaver, immediately after your course, your results comes. It comes with your appointment letter. But nowadays, the person with disability are struggling job with the able people.
Sorry to ask this, but many say that you always paint the picture that you're being discriminated against. But then again, the persistent call for selectivity or for people, for others to give you preferential treatment suggests you are rather advocating so.
No, the point is that what is the playing field? The playing field is leveled. You understand? If the playing field is not leveled, then certain people need preferential treatment. If I want to climb, let's say I want to climb to this, the contest is for all of us to climb up to these stairs. Okay, and you put in steps. for sure, I cannot climb with that speed. You understand? So, because of the challenges that society and our environment place on us, it demands any policy maker or any leadership to make sure that certain people who don't have that strength to be given preferential treatment, and it's all over the world, every part of this world. Like you go to the UK, go to the US, they have certain arrangements where the weaker persons within the society are given certain preferential treatment, so that they can match up to the level of their colleagues.
Okay, so you speak of preferential treatment. I'm not looking at this. So assuming without admitting that I own a company and I'm employing people, and then I have two people before me. One person who is physically challenged, another who is not. But then, per the thing I want, per the job description, whoever it is that is not physically challenged best fits the job. You want me to give you the job ahead of him?
No, you see, what we're saying is that right from the recruitment process,
okay,
you understand, you advertise. Where do you do the advert? You do the advert in the papers. He, the blind, cannot read. So from the onset, you have discriminated against him. During the interview panel, if the interview room should be upstairs, you bring it down. You see, to enable the person who is physically disabled to be able to access the interview room without problem. But if he has to struggle to climb up from the word go, that person is pressured, so he cannot perform at the interview. During the interview discussion, you need to allow the person space also to be able to assert himself.
Exactly.
These are the things that we're looking at. We are not saying that, okay, even though I'm not qualified, put me on the job. No, disabled people should be given
they needed support.
They needed support to be able to match up. And of course, you see, if there's a job that disabled people should be given against an able person, you see, society looks at who can do or who have greater opportunities. Okay, who has greater opportunities? If I have to struggle to go to school and complete a first degree, okay, my chances of getting many jobs is limited, or my chances of getting a lot of jobs are very few. As compared to somebody who can run and jump and do other things.
Now you are calling on government to do some more about this. I mean, what more do you think government can do? Because obviously this thing is now law. This act has not been put into law. So from that side, a lot has been done. What more can government do? What more do you want government to do?
The more we want government to do is to come up with an employment policy.
An employment policy.
Employment policy to say that in the establishments, if 5% of your workforce should be person with disability. Okay, transport system, all transport operators must make sure that their vehicles are accessible to person with disability, both private sector, not even government. Government, if you are importing buses, okay, you have persons with disabilities in the country, you import buses where disabled people cannot access. Is it not discriminatory?
Right. This discussion is to be continued on another day, but many thanks for joining us in the studio. And Charles Opon is the Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Blind Union Association. He joined us in studio together with his colleague Alex Tete, who is chairman of the Ghana Disability Forum. Gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us here on News Desk. You're still watching News Desk on the Joy News Channel Multi TV. Time now for a break. When we come back, we'll bring you updates in business and sports. Stay with us.